This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We are at the studio of Unique Fitness. Since 2001, they have been providing professional Pilates and fitness with a personal touch. I'm here with Jan Bess, who is the founder and the owner. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Caught you on a busy day, a lot going on. Why don't we begin, first of all, in 2001, you started your own shop here. You've been serving the area. Quite honestly, all the way back to 1992, you've been involved in this professional industry, all the way back as really a youth, enjoying gymnastics, sports. Share with me how you got a passion for fitness and exercise.
As an athlete, as a gymnast, I actually was injured, and that's what ended my career, and got into weightlifting as physical therapy. And so that's what led me into teaching aerobics and personal training, and actually a competitive bodybuilder. And then I moved to Denver in 97, and trained in Pilates. It was just a very good form of exercise. It really filled the void that I had for movement, which I got from gymnastics. And, you know, I really found that I was really good at helping people reach their goals, whether it was to reach that athletic goal or whether it was to rehab an injury. And seeing as I came from rehabbing an injury and as well as being a high-level athlete, it really fit that void, and it just fit my personality very well. And I just love it. I love watching people meet their goals, whether it is to improve their health or to improve their sport.
Let me ask you this. Why do you feel that possibly people today, we need fitness in our lives even more than when you started 15, 20 years ago? What do you think the reason is?
I think it's a big stress releaser, but I find that it really helps you build your confidence. So especially in today's day and time, we've lost our confidence in a lot of areas. You know, people losing jobs and financial burdens, which affect us in all aspects of our life. I find that when you become physically strong, you become mentally and emotionally strong, and it helps you in all areas of your life.
Interesting. Pilates brought about in the first part of the 20th century. Like you say, a lot of movement. It's full conditioning for the body.
Yes.
So is this good for men, women, youth, any age?
Definitely. My clientele probably goes from middle school all the way up to mid-80s at this point. I also coach gymnastics at this point, so I do a lot with teenagers, and it helps them with their sport as well as with the elderly. It can be very gentle. It can be very, very, challenging. So I find that that's what keeps it interesting every day.
Let me ask you this: the best Pilates method, something that you kind of put together, is that something that's developed throughout the years?
Definitely. I definitely have a positive outlook. Okay. I definitely approach any teaching, whether it is teaching the teenagers or teaching any age. We all respond to positive touch and positive words. And so I think a lot of times we get into fitness as being hardcore and go, 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 push, don't stop. And I find encouraging words, encouragement, and support really helps physically and mentally in your growth.
You have absolutely expanded into a whole new place here. You needed some more room. Quite honestly, I look at the colors, I look at the positive on the wall, I see the art on the wall. People are having fun here when they're basically working out.
We have a lot of fun. I find that when you develop relationships, even in working out, we're teased as women that it's social, but I think everybody is more likely to go to work out when they don't feel like it if they know that someone there is going to miss them and that they care about them. So I do have a great group of people that actually go and have breakfast after they come to an early morning class, or go and have coffee, or somebody remodels their home and they invite students and instructors to come over and watch, because we've gone through the process with them. We've heard about, all the things they're doing, but it goes to the other things as well, of supporting when someone's husband is ill or their child is ill. Having that support keeps you coming to fitness, so your whole soul is nourished and taken care of.
We absolutely need to bring up our commitment level, and things like that help us out, especially relationships. I witnessed earlier the reformer Pilates that you had going on. What are some of the machinery behind us here that the women are using?
It's called the reformer. There are all kinds of things to make it easier or more challenging. You can increase the springs, the tension, which can make the exercise more challenging, but you can also take the springs away and make it more difficult, depending on the exercise. We've got the straps and, the loops and all different modalities, the box, so there's all different ways to use that one machine. It's amazing. You can do 100 different things. I have clients who've been coming to me for 15 years who do new things every day. So
I worked up a sweat just watching everybody. Pretty neat. Obviously, Pilates is one of the main core things that you do here, but you've got a lot going on. A lot of different classes. Let's touch on a few of them here a little bit. We took a little bit of belly dancing going on, and you've even got some ballet. Share with us.
Yes. One of my instructors, Monique, is actually a background in ballet, and a lot of people have always wanted to do ballet or has done ballet in the past. So we've started a adult beginning ballet class. So anybody who hasn't done it in years or always wanted to do it, we actually had a lady who was 77 take her first ballet class this week, so that was exciting. And the bar fitness is very exciting and new. This a fad. I hope it's not a fad. I hope it stays around for a while. Everybody wants a dancer's body, so I think that that's important. Monique's developed her own style to create a lot of balance, because we want a ballerina's body, but I've rehabbed a lot of dancers. My daughter was a dancer, and they have hip issues and feet issues and ankle issues, so we've kind of blended that in with the Pilates, which is more balanced, so they don't end up with those issues, but they can still get the same benefits from that. So belly dancing was just something that I've just kind of had the urge to try. So I put it out there, and we've started a class. I find it very exciting because our first belly dancing class, we had ages from 20 all the way to 60, and all shapes and sizes. And I feel like I have had one of the ladies in the class has lost 165 pounds, and she's taken the class with me. And the thing about belly dancing is you learn to love yourself and you love your body you have. So when you do lose weight, you're more likely to keep the weight off because you love who you are. And so many people think they're going to love who they are once they lose the weight. So that's kind of what I want to embrace around here, is love who you are, and then you can become better, but you've got to like who you are now.
So regardless if folks are doing Pilates, Zumba, yoga, bar fusion, anything that goes on here, there's a real positive infusion that you go about, making sure folks are enjoying what they're doing. And obviously that's what keeps them coming back, which is nice. Do you take a holistic approach? Even I seen on the website there you had something called Qigong. Is that something new?
Absolutely, yes. And that's been a very big interest. We've had a lot of interest in the Qigong, and I knew nothing about that until I started looking to see what was out there and started interviewing people. And it's a very healing form of exercise, and it seems to be very, very
Enjoyable.
Yeah, enjoyable, and people are excited to try it. So.
Excellent. Like your name basically implies, you're talking about a studio of unique fitness for unique folks. You really custom tailor it, make it a comfortable and friendly environment. You pretty much take it at their pace, what they want to do, be it maybe just get their feet wet a little bit, or maybe even go for an extreme boot camp.
Exactly. My goal is to make when you leave, happy that you came, that you spent your money wisely, and that you spent your time wisely. And that's what keeps people coming back.
Keeps them coming back, folks. Take a look at the bottom of the screen. You're going to see their website. On the website, you'll get some idea of some of the services that they're offering here. Quite honestly, she keeps adding to the plate, as well as she keeps expanding out her studio here, which makes it fun and exciting for folks to come here. You can also take a look at the rates right there on the website. Everything's provided for you online, the class times as well as purchasing classes. The best way to keep apprised of what's going on here as well is they have a Facebook page. Make sure and like them there. They'll let you know of some of the new trainers they've got coming up, even some input from folks on the street there as far as what you want to see here in the studio, and go from there. Let me ask you this. You started as a youth, and you've got children of your own now. Do you think it's important that we bring up the appreciation of fitness and health in today's youth?
Absolutely. It definitely keeps you challenged and builds your self-confidence. And that's my goal when I even coach my gymnast and raising my children, is to build that self-confidence, because then that'll take you far in life.
Obviously, you're doing some coaching yourself. Is that your way of kind of giving back something that was given to you as a youth as well?
Yes, absolutely. Just giving them a positive outlook. There's nothing better than making an influence and making a difference in a child's life. And I, hope the same have happened. My kids are grown, but I hope that there was somebody in my kid's life that have done the same thing other than the parent.
Obviously, like you said, these women, they come together, and kind of goal setting together makes it a lot easier. What about folks that want some one-on-one training? Is that something you provide as well?
Yes, you actually need to take 3 one-on-ones in order to do a group class, and that's just for me to get to know a little bit about you, if you have any issues or if we need to modify anything, and just to teach you some basic concepts and how the performer works, because there's a lot of components, as you saw in the class. So just to teach you a little bit about the mechanics of the performer. Some people choose to do privates just because they like that one-on-one. Others just need more time because they've had an issue, an injury, or just need more attention. So, and sometimes it's personality. Some people want that group social aspect, and some want a one-on-one.
Obviously, you're doing some coaching yourself. Is that your way of kind of giving back something that was given to you as a youth as well?
Yes, absolutely. Just giving them a positive outlook. There's nothing better than making an influence and making a difference in a child's life. And I, hope the same have happened. My kids are grown, but I hope that there was somebody in my kid's life that have done the same thing other than the parent.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier a real success of somebody losing some major weight. You've probably experienced quite a bit of success in the past years that you've done this. How does it make you feel when you see those transformations?
Amazing. It's more amazing to watch them change, their self-confidence and grow as a strong person.
Excellent. So you get to see that. They come in maybe timid, learning, meeting some friends, and you're basically going to see their confidence level go up. That's where you get excited.
Right, and that raises my confidence as well. So it's a give-give.
Last time viewers take a look at the bottom of the screen there, you're going to see their website. On the website, you can actually, like I say, go right there and purchase out some blocks of time, if you will. Makes it real convenient for you because everything's provided for online. You can do some blocks of half-hour blocks. They've got half-hour classes, hour-and-a-half classes, pretty much anything that will fit your lifestyle out there. And just remember, this is a friendly group of folks. Relationships are built here. So obviously their goal is to make you want to come back. And when you leave the doors, you're smiling and enjoying your life. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We are First Choice Flooring. Since 1996, they have been providing the best flooring products, the best installation, and the best flooring guarantee. I am here with Joe and Jenna. Basically, guys, you've been in the industry for many years, even before you started the company here. Share with us a little bit, Joe, how you got involved doing this type of work.
Well, my father was in the business for many years, and actually I began my career with him as a child, going out assisting him on installation jobs. And as far back as 9 years old, I was going out with him and picking up his tools and picking up the scrap and, that type of thing. And as a teenager, I started learning the trade and took a little vacation in the Marine Corps and came back and rejoined my father's business and perfecting my craft and learning business principles. and that served me well in that I started this company on my own then in 1996.
Wonderful. We're talking about a family business here, one generation, next generation. We've got Jenny here is now learning the actual business itself. Honestly, as a consumer, one of the biggest investments we can make is our home. And quite honestly, one of the most used things in that home is the floor. It's one of the most viewed as well. Share with me a little bit, why is it the most important purchase? Is that pretty much the reason behind that?
Well, it is. Flooring is very personal. It's something that you live on every day. It will set the tone of your home decor, and it is a very personal experience. So our job then is to help our clients find what is best for their lifestyle and their budget.
Wonderful. When a person actually decides to put flooring down, it can be rather overwhelming. Quite honestly, it's kind of complicated because we are bombarded with ads out there. We're bombarded with misguided leads. We're misguided with basically low prices, this, that, and the other. What is it? How can we as consumers kind of sift through a lot of that, making sure we can find somebody we trust?
Well, you're going to want to look first at a company's reputation, and of course we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We have an A rating on Angie's List. We have a 5-star rating on Service Magic Home Advisor. So we've worked very hard to cultivate that rating and reputation, and that would be one of the first things you want to look for. We're also CFI certified, meaning that we've gone through the certification process for flooring. So simply put, those credentials, I think, put us at the top of the heap.
Absolutely. Not to mention, you also provide a guarantee. Tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah, we give a lifetime installation warranty on all product that we sell and install, and we have the 0 regrets guarantee that if you are unhappy with it for any reason whatsoever, we'll replace the similar value for free, other than the exclusions would be the labor. We don't cover the labor twice, but if you absolutely hate the material, we'll replace it.
Wonderful. I mean, obviously, service, we're going to speak a little bit more about that. Before we do that, one of the other reasons, Joe, basically, it can be overwhelming for someone out there putting down flooring is the fact that it's fun that you have thousands and thousands of products to choose from, but obviously, that's quite a bit. How do you help the client basically decide what's best for them?
Well, obvious budget is always the main concern. After budget, then most shoppers will look for color, and we try to dial in, what color scheme you're looking for, and then, lastly, performance features, and what can you get for that type of money. So, I feel it's my job to do a basic design audit to, figure out what's going to work best for my clients. Is this style and this color going to work well with what you're looking to achieve? Is it going to fit your budget? Is it going to perform well for your lifestyle? And those are the types of questions that, we'll sit down and actually try to dial that down in, and then, meet the final product so that everybody's happy.
So you basically try to educate the consumer as well, as far as even carpet construction. I mean, does that matter? And also basically how much traffic they're going to have in and out of their home?
Absolutely. All those factors come into relevancy. Fiber construction, what the fiber's made out of, who the manufacturer is, all of those factors will come into play in terms of how a product will perform for a client.
How many different manufacturers do you actually deal with here under one roof?
Well, my primary supplier is Mohawk Carpets. I'm featuring Smart Strand, which is the newest incarnation in carpet fiber. It's truly amazing, and we're very strong proponents of Smart Strand.
Carpet obviously is one of the flooring choices that folks will probably put down, but if they need hardwood flooring, if they need vinyl, you are able to provide that as well.
That is correct. We're a full-service flooring company. If it goes on the floor, we can get it done for you.
Excellent. A showroom we've got right here. Folks can come in, take a look around. Basically, are you one of the first faces they're going to see here?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. Normally, when a person comes in, do they have a good idea of what they want to put down? And do you actually enjoy the process of basically walking them and talking them through it?
Yeah, well, it depends. Most of the time they come in, they need an expert opinion. They need some help really honing in on what's best for them.
Obviously, Father's been doing it many, many years. Basically, to surprise you of how much is involved as far as putting down a good quality carpet.
Absolutely. There's a lot of factors, and Joe really knows his stuff, so I have a lot to learn.
Regardless, basically, if folks pick carpet, hardwood, vinyl, that product is only as good as the installation. And so share with me what you provide there. Are you able to go into homes and provide the installation for folks?
Well, because of my strong installation background in the fact that I was an installer for over 27 years, I have a unique perspective in this, in that we're very detail oriented. I can go into a home and picture the layout as I'm measuring it, and look for all the small little details that are going to make the difference between a super professional job or just a mediocre job. A lot of companies focus on, get to the next job, and the installers are, rush, get in, get out. We're more quality oriented in that. That's why we give the lifetime installation guarantee, because we stand behind it the entire life of the product. We want it to be installed completely professional with no shortcuts, all the best materials available to get that installation done, and then follow up after the fact, after the point of sale, to ensure that the product is performing properly for our customers.
Fantastic. So basically, is one of the shortcuts then that companies can take is basically hiring untrained, uncertified installers?
Absolutely. Skill level has a lot to do with it. We stress primarily very skilled, qualified craftsmen here, no two-year rookies as I call them, and want to make sure that installation meets all the professional guidelines set by the manufacturer.
Wonderful. You're basically in folks' homes. Is it important to you to make sure that the job is done on time, on budget, and quite honestly, as a pleasant experience all the way throughout?
Yeah, it's stressful getting any project done in your home, especially flooring, because we literally are turning your home upside down for the duration of the project. So it's imperative that we, follow by the numbers, how this is supposed to take place, and from the point of sale through the installation through the aftercare. And it's imperative that every detail is followed and every procedure is followed so that we reach a successful conclusion.
One of the things I notice out there is many testimonials from people who were not only pleased with the quality, pleased with the work, they were actually surprised at the money saved as well. Obviously that's a big factor, but we're all looking for a deal out there. But many times a deal is not the lowest price out there. You've got people who lure you in with a low price. Is that something that should be warned for consumers?
Absolutely. I've prided myself on not relying on gimmicks. It's a pretty straightforward process, and most consumers nowadays are savvy enough to realize that nothing in life is free. So if you give a fair deal and you're comparing apples to apples with everybody, we know what the competition is charging out there. We know where we have to be competitive. What we bring to the table is more skill, more knowledge, and more care.
Wonderful. We have all walked into people's homes before, taking a look at great flooring, be it carpet. We start looking through magazines. We start putting this dream floor idea together. But as we know, not all of them end up being dreams. Some can actually be nightmares, in your words. Share with me, what do you think it is that folks need to do? Is it more than just basically picking up the phone and trying to find a carpet contractor?
Well, it is. Again, a little homework goes a long way. Check with your local Denver Boulder Better Business Bureau. They're a good guide to find out if a prospective company you want to work with is a legitimate company. They register and maintain, complaints, and you can see right on there what kind of company you're dealing with. It helps to research your product a little bit and come in armed with some knowledge, because there are so many choices out there, and each choice may not be the best choice for your particular situation.
Wonderful. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. Their contact information is right there. Simple as a phone call. You can also go on the website, fill in your name. Someone will be giving you a call back. We're talking about a free consultation, basically free estimates they provide you here. This is basically experience that's been going on for more than a quarter of a century. We're talking about the early 80s, a lot of experience that came down in the family, a company that began in the 90s. Now we're passing on and going to the next generation, and basically wanting to make sure that you're going to be happy, satisfied with the flooring that you put down, and you get that dream job and nothing else, and you've got a guarantee to back that up.
Yes, sir, absolutely. That's what we stand for. Quality comes first.
They want to be your flooring consultants for life. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know. If you know of a business who you feel the whole city should know about, nominate them, we'll send a reporter out. This is Gary Atencio from CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know. Until next time.